Welcome back, you lovely people. In today's video, I want to talk about what we expect next from the altcoin market. But before we do so, let's quickly check in on Bitcoin, given that that is really the only thing that matters right now. And there isn't a lot to say. Bitcoin is down 2% today, $38,000, really not going anywhere in a hurry. We held our nice clean breakout that we talked about yesterday really nicely, and we are searching for the next direction. If you want to see what we expect to happen next, then definitely check out yesterday's video. Very, very important one. And our key levels to look for on the downside, it's that low at about $30,000. And on the upside, we're looking to take out 42,000 and 48,000. And then we're heading back up into the 50s and the all-time high. So we will be tracking that move when it happens. But let's talk about altcoins, because if you've been following this channel, let me zoom out here a little bit. So if you have been following this channel, then you know around December, I was talking about the fact that I expect Bitcoin dominance to start breaking down imminently. And that's exactly what happened from the beginning of January all the way through to middle of May. So even though Bitcoin also went up during that time, I think about 100%, this means that altcoins outperformed Bitcoin significantly. And we know that. We know how crazy alt season has been, particularly over the past few months. And that is what this breakdown that we've seen here in the Bitcoin dominance. So what comes next? Well, 2 weeks ago, so somewhere around here, I put out the Bitcoin dominance series, where I talked about the fact that this is the point in the last cycle where Bitcoin dominance turned. And that's exactly what's happened over the past week or so with the capitulation. Bitcoin, of course, got hammered down, but altcoins got obliterated. And that, again, that's what we've been talking about. That's what we expected to see. So what happens next? I know a lot of people have been messaging me saying they're stuck in altcoin positions, so probably worth understanding what we believe is going to happen next. Well, if we look over to the last cycle in 2017, we are entering this range now where you see Bitcoin dominance sideways. And what this means, if we head over and look in 2017 for Bitcoin, let me get rid of the drawings. There we go. So in 2017, we are approximately coming out of this shakeout here. And we are hopefully beginning our recovery and heading back to the all-time high. And the next steps really for Bitcoin are, I see two phases. Phase one is this from us off the bottom, which hopefully we've put in already, through to this next correction here, which in 2017 was about 40%. I call that phase one of what's happening next. And this is where on the Bitcoin dominance, it went sideways. So all this means is whilst Bitcoin is doing really, really well, and then having a correction, altcoins are going with Bitcoin. So some days they'll be outperforming, some days they'll be underperforming, particularly on up days, as we saw yesterday, Bitcoin up and some of the altcoins up 20%. Whereas today, Bitcoin down 2% and some of the altcoins down 10%. So we expect that sort of behavior over the next, call this 2 months. Last time it was July to September. So this time, probably something like, mid to end of May to mid to end of July. Expect that sort of price action. And then what happens next? Well, for me, the final phase is the Bitcoin parabolic phase. And last time that was mid-September through to mid-December, so 3 months. Bitcoin went up 550% during this time. And on the Bitcoin dominance, what was happening over that 3-month period is that, where are we? Okay. That is this period here. So that's when Bitcoin dominance goes up significantly. Yes, it'll still be choppy in there, up and down, but for that last 3 months, Bitcoin to significantly outperform altcoins. So this time, if we think that the Bitcoin peak is coming around mid to end of October, then we're looking for mid to end of July through to mid to end of October for Bitcoin to significantly outperform the altcoins. So certainly for that last 3 months, you want to be heavily positioned in Bitcoin. And for the coming 2 months, if you aren't already heavily positioned in Bitcoin, then it's probably looking for those opportunities to start moving across when the altcoins are showing strength, which they will show strength. It's just not going to be like the last 4 months when they're going essentially up every day and Bitcoin sideways. It's going to look a lot different. So I hope that gives a good view on what we expect from altcoins in the next, well, up to the Bitcoin cycle peak. Altcoins do also have a big pump right at the end, straight after Bitcoin has peaked, and that's this phase here. And I will be putting out content specifically on that. And last time that was from mid-December through to mid-January approximately, where Bitcoin crashes, bounces a little bit, but the altcoins bounce to the moon. For example, I believe XRP and Cardano went up 15 times or so in a couple of weeks. So there's certainly that peak alt season to look forward to, most likely between October and November. And as we get closer, we'll focus on that more clearly. And I will put out content around it, specifically what happened in 2017, because that might be useful for us this time so that we can benefit from that. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. And I will catch up with you tomorrow.